Dorian!
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
Oh boy. Calm down, Dorian. Everything will be alright. I'm here for you.
I was distracted, that's all.
Distracted? By my wit and charm? I have plenty of both.
Really liked how Aiden in the scene where he was talking was really like, oh, staring.
Today, at least.
Oh, you wound me. I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are.
I mean, he was a
One
Magister.
of those very Magisters. A dark spawn.
Yeah, Dorian's the best.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us. They say dark spawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise?
Sure.
No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's dark spawn, what other explanation is there?
I mean, it seems pretty much like that was it. And I mean, it makes sense to be upset. I was hoping that Tevinter was better than that, right?
Clearly the Imperium has no idea.
The Imperium is a land of lies built upon secrets, built upon falsehoods. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no, it was us all along. We destroyed the world.
I mean, not all of Tevinter, but... well, I guess the Magisters praying to archdemons weren't really doing good stuff, right?
You didn't do anything. Those men did. 1,000 years ago.
True, except that one of them is up and walking around right now. Not to mention I have idiot countrymen who would happily follow him down that path again. No one will thank me whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
Well, I'm not doing it for the thanks.
That's not why I'm doing this.
I knew there was something clever about you. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world. Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
Yeah. I think seeing the world in shambles in the future vision was enough to motivate anyone to try to stop it.
Anything interesting?
Oh, do we get his quest?
A letter regarding Felix, Alexius's son. He went to the Magisterium, stood on the Senate floor and told them of you. A glowing testimonial, I'm informed. No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking. Felix always was as good as his word.
Was.
He's dead.
Oh,
The Blight caught up with him.
poor guy. That was quick. Gosh, which means that in the future vision of Alexius, it kept Felix around as a zombie for so much time. Yikes.
Are you alright?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
That doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study.
Aw.
Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
I wonder if he became a ghoul. In the future vision, you mean? Kinda seemed like that, right? What do you mean in this reality, in this timeline? I guess probably he was killed before, right? I don't know. And oh boy, Diana, you've played lots and lots of Baldur's Gate 3.
With the two of you,
Felix and I? What an odd question. No, I
Why is
had
that
no
odd?
intention of abusing Alexius's hospitality by seducing his son. Not that I've been proper my whole life by any means. It wasn't like that. Even in illness, Felix was the best of us. With him around, you knew things could be better.
Still sounds like love. Maybe just platonic love, but lots of admiration in his voice.
he should be an example for others to follow, or his death is wasted.
Should I spread the word? We could spawn the cult of Felix within a matter of days.
There are worse things.
New church.
Probably true. And you're right.
Better
His
chantry.
actions should not be forgotten. Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
Ah. Should we just talk to him again?
I could watch you roam Skyhold all day. Here and there you run, checking in on your followers. Why don't they come to you, feed you grapes, rub your shoulders? I suppose it's more fun this way. For me, I mean. You're rather strapping.
I didn't know it was an option to get fat grapes. Where do I sign up?
I've noticed you're rather strapping yourself.
Of course you have. That only takes eyes.
Luckily, I have those.
You do. A rather fetching pair.
At any rate, you didn't pass by to hear me fawn. Something on your mind?
Actually, I just came by to do that.
I should go.
Naturally.
Oh well. Fiona, our mage leader.
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes? I should thank you. The way things ended in Redcliffe, you could have demanded anything you wished. Yet you chose to make us equal partners. I was not expecting that.
You rebelled for good reason.
Freedom.
I knew you, of all people, would understand. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
Must be odd after so much fighting for Grey Wardens, for the Rebellion, for the Circle. I mean, still fighting for the Inquisition.
You were once a Grey Warden.
Mine is an unusual circumstance, Inquisitor. Normally one is part of the Order until death. But long ago I found myself stripped of what made me a Warden.
Oh?
They tried to reinitiate me, but nothing worked. Nor could they figure out how it happened. So I was sent to the Circle of Magi, the first Warden ever to be kicked out.
Weird.
Quite the achievement.
I mean, yeah, with Anders, he just ran away from the Wardens. Weird. Alistair, do you know if it's ever explored how that worked? How she, or whatever it was, undid her being Grey Warden?
You sound happy about it.
Becoming a Warden seemed like a dream when I was first conscripted. Towards the end, however, my brothers and sisters, they felt I had somehow cheated death. I was glad to leave. It also made me unique in the Circle. I had an opportunity to do more than I ever could as a Warden.
You mean you began the Mage Rebellion?
That's a special
I
life.
pushed for our vote to free the Circles of Magi. But I cannot claim sole responsibility for what followed. Still, Despite all the chaos, I would do it again. What happened had to happen.
You're not still the Grand Enchanter, then?
Any claim I had to the title ended along with the Circles of Magi, although some still call me by it. Perhaps the Circles will one day be resurrected. If so, another will take the position.
Let's hope
Until
not.
that time, I lead my fellow mages by default. I will do what I can for them.
She seems really cool. Yes, the reason for her not being a Grey Warden anymore is in a book. It's also a bit disgusting. It's heavily implied that it's because of Alice's conception from Merrick's dragon blood infused magic. Oh boy. Well, that's odd.
You believe they'll recreate the Circle of Magi after all this?
It depends on who the next divine is, and what she offers. We can't go back to the way things were.
Down with the chantry.
Endless warfare benefits no one. That is why I agreed to Justinia's conclave. There must be another solution.
On the other hand, I guess we need a new divine to accept free mages for it to be peaceful. I think otherwise there will be just way more conflict.
I've been meaning to ask, how exactly did the Venatori take control in Redcliffe?
Mages constantly found their way to us while we were there. Stragglers, most of them strangers. I had no way of knowing some were actually Tevinter. They spread whispers, encouraged talk of an alliance, and we were desperate. I'm not proud of our choice, but we were certain Templars were coming. It could have ended far worse.
Carry on. Just going.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
There have been a few scuffles with your Templars, but overall, it is going well.
I'll leave you to it.
Before you go, Inquisitor, a question. In Redcliffe, after we left, did you perhaps speak with King Alistair? Considering who you are?
He wasn't in the mood to talk.
It's just that I knew his father, Marek, back when I was a warden.
And
You want me to smooth things over with him? Introduce you?
No, it's too late for that. I only wanted to know if he was happy. His father had such hopes for him. Don't mind me, Inquisitor. The concerns of an old woman. Nothing more.
but I think that's also very telling about not needing the circles as they are. I mean, we have the mages here, we have them free, we don't have them in a circle, we don't have them controlled, and never in the game, as far as I remember, and I'm quite sure that I remember it, there's like an issue with like demons or some of the mages succumbing to demonic possession or harmful blood magic. It's just working. Who would have guessed? Mages in freedom and not completely oppressed are happier and, well, not that often susceptible to demons. Duh. Oh well.
Greetings to you, Inquisitor. I am to serve as assistant to any research concerns. You'll find my skills are exceptional. I hope they prove useful.
Didn't we get to... we didn't save our former assistant.
You're taking over the duties of Minave.
Yes, a death provided the vacancy. I am told there are many who will miss her. My skills will ensure that you do not miss her ability.
Oh boy. Yeah, do we even have to ask? She's pretty obviously a tranquil.
You were made tranquil.
Yes, I am tranquil. It was necessary due to a willful nature that made wielding magic a dangerous endeavor. I remember that being a difficult time, but I cannot remember why. My skills are well used in my current position.
Yeah, I would have thought being nice to people would make them desperate and scared enough to find demons or blood magic. Right, Alistair? Ah, it's so stupid. It's like the best example, I think, in the series that it's such a bad idea to go back to the circles or uphold them. It's like, ugh. Oh well. And I mean, also quite sure that no one is made tranquil in the time during the Inquisition. Oh well.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
Not optimal, given the facilities. Skyhold should be improved, or our efforts will continue to suffer.
How can you serve the Inquisition?
I am to aid in the research of all creatures encountered in your efforts as leader of the Inquisition.
What makes you particularly qualified?
I remember being fond of animals. I don't remember why.
Oh.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Well, right of tranquility. Go, some research. Yeah, and I would say, let's go to the top floor. I still don't know if we have to activate those. We still can't travel. Oh well. So many ravens.
Sister Leliana will want access to the birds. Get the cages up here. Quickly.
Oh well. Let's talk with Liliana.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
Being tranquil sounds horrible.
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
Why would we blame you?
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame.
I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
I don't think we could have saved Haven no matter what we did. There were so many Red Templars and a freaking dragon. I don't think there's anything we could have done.
You look out for your people. That's a good thing.
Is it? My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
Our people aren't tools to be used and discarded. Your instincts were right. Their lives matter.
Can we afford such sentimentality? What if Corypheus...
We are better than Corypheus.
Definitely. Really hoping to be. Quote by Tranquil Mage. If I felt pain, it is meaningless to me now. Once I knew only fear, but now I know only service. Whatever pain there was, I believe it an acceptable trait. That sounds so sad. It has kind of similar vibes to the Silent Monks in Original Sin, I think. Yeah. Similar degree of just being horrible. Alright. Ah, wrong. Wrong way down. Can we just jump? Nice. Ah, well. Am I reckless?
There is something I wish to discuss, Inquisitor.
Very happy you made it as well.
My Lord Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me. I have news regarding one of your companions, the Tevinter.
I was just curious and wondering, why did she show up now? Because when I started the stream earlier, we walked around here, she wasn't here. So there's something to do with Dorian.
Has Dorian done something wrong?
No, thankfully. It's nothing like that. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas, out of Carinas. Are you familiar with them?
All we know is that they don't like each other.
He's mentioned his family. They don't appear to be on good terms.
Yes. I believe you're correct. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
Oh boy. Yeah, let's ask first a few things, but... I'd say if you go to the lengths of cutting ties with your family, you probably have quite a good reason to do so and don't want others meddling with that. Yeah, speaking from experience, actually.
Are you sure this isn't some kind of trap? I mean, the secrecy.
That did occur to me. What if it is a plot of those mages, the Venatori? Another reason to put this in your hands, Inquisitor. I pray that isn't the case, but if it is, you are far better equipped than I to respond to such treachery.
Just what kind of meeting do you have in mind?
I believe they just want to talk, to understand why Dorian felt he had to come here. Somewhere private, away from Skyhold, but not in Tevinter. You make them nervous, I think. They don't understand why he's here with the Inquisition. They want him to come home.
I don't know if we will have that option, but I would just, if I could, like, freely deal with that, I would just go to Dorian and be like, do you want that? Well, there's a reason I want to burn down all the chantries. There's so many reasons. Which one did you choose?
What happens if Dorian doesn't agree?
Hopefully that will be the end of it. If not, well, that's why you should be there.
Why would his family contact you?
Because they don't know you, Inquisitor. I am not of the Imperial Chantry, but they know what I represent. These are parents concerned about the welfare of their son. How could I not do whatever possible? I would speak to the young man myself, but he does not care for me. Thus I come to you. If any good can come of this, we must try.
I also wouldn't care for Chantry Mother telling me why I should meet my family again.
They don't want Dorian to know. That seems odd.
They believe the young man would refuse, and the letter implies he'd have cause. Yet, they are remorseful for whatever came before. This is a chance for dialogue. There is deceit in bringing the young man to this meeting without his foreknowledge, I know. But does it not lead to a greater kindness if there is potential for reconciliation?
I don't know what happened between them.
If you think I'm going to trick Dorian into meeting his family...
I feared you might say that. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Tavern, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I pray you change your mind, Inquisitor. Perhaps their letter will persuade you. If there is any chance of success in this, it behooves us to act.
But I'm curious, I want Dorian to tell me what happened. Your Reverence, I understand that you feel inadequate to the task of bringing Dorian to the secret meeting. Even asking, I find it difficult to believe myself. Considering my son has rebuffed all contact, this is the only way. I know him. He would be too proud to come if he knew, even just to talk. That is all we wish to do. The thought of Dorian in the south, placing himself in the path of such danger, alarms us more than I can express. If this somehow succeeds, we have a family retainer at the Vendra Hills watching for Dorian's arrival. He will bring the boy to us, somewhere private. If Dorian utterly refuses to go with him, it ends there. and there's nothing we can do. We are at our wits' end. Graciously yours, Magister Howard of House Parvis. I mean, if it's just meeting the retainer, I think it's something we can do. But it still feels like betrayal. I wonder if we can go back. Which door was it? I wonder if we can go back. And this is the wrong door, isn't it? No, it's the right one. I wonder if we can tell him about that. Dorian. Quick save.
The Inquisitor's work is never done, I see.
We can. Wondering what he will say.
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Not quite. It's from your father.
From my father? I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
A meeting.
Show me this letter. I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble. This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
Because, I mean, that doesn't sound good, like some plot to just kidnap him.
That would be hard to do while I stood there.
He expects me to travel with Mother Giselle, although Maker knows why he'd think I would.
Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with a message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
Nice. I wonder if he's actually going to open up. He seems more about making funny remarks. But let's try.
There seems to be bad blood between you and your family.
Interesting turn of phrase. But you're correct. They don't care for my choices, nor I for theirs.
Because you wouldn't get married. Because you left.
That too.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
I think the more interesting question is, how long is the guy waiting around? And yeah, I don't think it would be appropriate to be like, hey, you should talk to him, without really knowing what happened. What was said, what was done. Right. So, we can go to Cullen once again. So, I don't think I ever told him about the letter. Interesting. I don't remember if I did it the last time I played. I was curious to see whether he's just going to ignore the meeting, but he seems quite intent on telling him his opinion. Okay, I would say we go to Cullen first, then we go to Varric, and let's say then we continue and travel to some new places. I mean, we already finished 2 places. Which tower? This one. Good. I don't see the beacon.
Very well.
Let's just take this stairs, I guess. And you will find him. Damn it, where's the beacon? Wow. I can't go in here, but I think I have to go there. Can I get up here? I could go up here and then go inside. I have to go inside there. So I have to take those stairs. Why are there crates and barrels? It's really not that you don't take falling damage. need to take the long way. Yeah. Unfortunately. I think I can't go there yet. I think that's why there's a blocked passage. Of course, I need to go up this stairs, because he's in this tower, I think. And this path is blocked. Oh well. See you later, Cullen, I guess. Maybe that's also why we still can't travel freely, because we have to do stuff, I guess. Okay, let's go back here. We can't travel, so let's run. You have a really nice dress, Vivian. You need to go across the battlements from the inside of Skyhold. Oh, really? I think. We're going to go to Varric first, and after that I will try that idea. I don't remember at all. It's been way too many years. Why is everything blocked? Ah. The dress is the only nice thing about her. Okay. Why is it so hard to find the ways? Okay, so I need to take this stairs and then go there? Is it just me? Is it my bad way of finding ways? I feel like the game is mocking me. How dares it? Okay. I think we're now on the right way, at least to Varric. Just really need very good people who just clean up the whole place.